All right. How are we going? Do we have audio through the phone? Have we got audio? Yes, audio through the phone. All right. So, for some reason, audio through the computer is no longer working. So, that's a pain because I'm not set up for the phone. But anyway, welcome to Pocket Woman, Lockpicking and Locksport. As we test out the new time frame, which is of an evening instead of a morning. Now, I'm just looking for the standy thingy for the phone. Where are you? Okay, let's get that set up because the weight of the phone is too great for the weight of this stand. So we have to go to a heftier, more heavy duty stand to hold the phone. So as I was saying, with a change of season comes a change things up a bit. I'll still be doing some live streams during the day when I do some live lock explores and some pop-up lives. But for the moment, we're going to try for this time frame around 7:30, 8 o'clock my time. Gives me enough time to get the fur kids settled and the humans their dinner. Put you around here. Hold you up. Chris, g'day, mate. Chris Capoon is in the house, along with the lovely Slinky, Elijah Carney, and lockpicking engineer, as well as Zoe the cat. Meow. Welcome all the early comers in. It's good to see you here. So we're going to check out the new time, see how it pans out. Oh, that's just not working at all in there. So because I'm not set up for the phone, I have to go grab a charger and a cable. So I've got no idea why the microphones are no longer working through the computer. I updated StreamYards to try and sort out the other audio issues I was having. Updated the computer to deal with the lag I was having, and all the updates have done is just made things worse. Why not? And of course, I don't know anything about computers, so we're just going to have to modify and adapt as we go. It's 8:54 where you are. Oh, okay, it's just gone. It's coming up to 8:30 where I am. I was going to start at 7:30, but that didn't pan out as normal. What else was I going to do? What else did I was just about to say I was going to do? Yeah, that's right, Elijah. As long as you're all here and enjoying what we're all doing, doesn't really matter what time it is. Yep, and there's like at least a 6-second delay from when I press on a comment to when it actually comes up. Yeah, good on you, StreamYards. Right. What else was I looking for? having to do too many things at once. Already forgotten what I was about to do. What was I looking for? Don't know. Let's move this camera out the way. Forgot where I was at already. Not a surprise at all. Well, new time frames. New season, new time frame. Still be doing some lock explores during the day. Any sort of heavy sort of work that I'll need to do on the workbench, we'll go back to during the day if I'm available. Normal times there's been no support workers available for my wife on a Tuesday, so I'm needing to be available for that time. So that's another reason why there's been a time change. Had a big day yesterday. Kim did a third stint of the explore of that major premises where I scored the locks that I showed you previously. Scored, as you saw by the thumbnail, I scored 2 more barrels of locks. And got to go back again. There's a lock I have to pick there. So that'll be happening. So that's cool. But I've done all the filming I need to do there for the moment, except for filming, removing some more locks. I did think that today my body will have recovered a little bit better than it has. However, it didn't, which is another reason for the time change. But that happens. Don't always get to recover within 24 hours of doing an explore. But today's been particularly difficult. I had to go to the new Pullet car yard today, which is why I got these. So I saw a few of them on the floor, and then I got my eye in. Then I started looking for them, and I saw them everywhere. And then I started pulling them out of stuff on the ground, and before you knew it, I got some more. So you can never have too many tension wrenches, and it's always good to be able to make your own. So these are wiper blade inserts. Don't often get to see the metal ones much these days, which is why when I spotted some, I grabbed them. A lot of them seem to be the thin stuff, the smaller one, but some of them are the medium and a couple are the bigger ones, so that's a good score. Rookie Lock, g'day, welcome in. Morning, afternoon, evening. Depends on where you are in the world. And we are in South Australia, in Lock Pond. Packed away some of my stuff from yesterday just now. Here's my big long case for the first time. Yes, struggling to even grip a zip, so haven't got the hands back yet. But yes, that's the long things are going in there, as well as me dimple lock tension wrenches. We might need to do some bumping. Need to grab my bump hammer. So since my hands have not recovered as anticipated, we might find some other ways to get into some locks. What we want to do tonight in particular is put together a newbie box. We've got a new member of the Locksport community that would like some locks. So that's what we're going to do. However, the big box of locks that I've got to go out to newbies is at the back of the lock lab behind stuff, and I'm unable to move all of that stuff out of its way, or lift those boxes out because my hands aren't functioning. So those locks will have to wait, and they'll go in the box later. They are knobs, things like that. But what I do have here is a box of padlocks. So we're going to go through those and give a go at trying to pick some. We'll see how we end up in the long run, but we don't like our chances with the hands at the moment, so we'll just see that they're functioning, shackles are moving, and that they would be suitable, and then I'll pick them another time. So what everyone always likes is an old Lockwood. Well, we can pick that with our Lucy. So let's give that a go. Yeah, it's been a while, Rookie Lock. It's good to see you, mate. How you been? Been keeping up with your Locksport? Now this is a 5-pin lock. This is one of the fat-bodied old ones. It's got crud all over it. I'm not going to clean the locks up because, let's give them real-world experience with the life it has led. You'll get to see a lock. You'll say, you'll look at it and go, Struth, you've had a hard knock, haven't you? Being banged around and done your job rather well, and being now put into retirement into Locksport. That's what we like. Just starting to get back into the hobby again, Rook. Yeah, good work. Good on you, mate. None of us are quite the extent we used to be. Not with life getting in the way more often than not these days. I'm hoping to get back into watching people's videos and commenting. I am hoping my new keyboard arrives this week, and on the weekend my friend will be available to install it in the computer. Not that it's going to help me with StreamYard's stuffing up my microphone each time and stuffing up the sound, but it'll help get me back into watching everyone's videos and being able to comment. It is a lot to keep up with, Rob. Yeah. Yeah, Chris is still about Rookie Lock, along with Slinky. Chris is in the middle of building a new house after losing everything in the Californian fires. That was movement or twisting or something just shifted in the lock. This feels quite mushy. Might need to give this one a squirt before I send this one off. You heard about that? Yeah. But Chris is getting back into it as well. Yeah, lost everything, mate. What, over 2,000 videos on locks, so that means 2,000 locks minimum lost, as well as a whole garage full of carpentry stuff accumulated over the life of a carpenter, as well as all the Slinky's toys, all his picks. He saved one or two things. He saved a drone and lost all his fishing poles, managed to save one of his disc detainer picks, but that was it. Yeah, it hurt real bad. But bouncing back from it now. Gonna build a house with a atrium in the middle, so Slinky and Chris can sit in the open air in the middle of the house while deploying the drones and climbing a tree. Ain't that the life? Well, this is quite mushy pins. So this one's yeah, it's still more of a pinch yourself and go, what the moment, isn't it? So we're just going to give this one a squirt, and then we're going to let it rest. Just slide you. Yes, you're hooked up onto the door. So this is what we use to free up the locks, get rid of the crud out. Multi-purpose. See? Right, let's give that a bit of that. Once we've got access down the big hole, we'll go through the big hole as well. I'm not going to do it over the desk. Alright, let that bubble, toil and trouble. Still managed to get crud over the desk. How did I manage to get crud over the desk? While I was at the Newport place today, scored a lock. Yeah, walking along, and boom, there was a padlock on the floor. It was like, score that. Where did I put it? Where is it? This is it. How's that? A nice Able, Inox Springs. It still moves. It was near a ute, so I reckon it came off the ute. So let's stick a pick in that and see what that feels like. Took a more of a variety of picks and stuff with me than I would normally yesterday, because I didn't know what I'd need. So I prefer to have more rather than less. Looking for my favourite little little tensioner. Where are you? Huh. Of course one cannot find things when one river looks for them. That'd be right. There it is. No, it's not. It's a second. It will go with number 2. Choice number 2. Well, the Locksport memories, one thing about them, Chris, is they're all available on your channel. So even though Skelly's down, even though the locks themselves and the picks and all the stickers and the picker chips have all gone, the memories are all there on your channel. This one feels like it's had a bit of a life as well. Wonder if this is a C4 killer. No, very thin. Looks like a C4. I wonder if it's a quick set one. Oh, box of locks is down. Box of locks down. Oh, where is quick set? Got a chance to use my quick set Alicia yet. You made a key for a Medico. That's awesome. Well, that is not a quick set keyway. Huh. Right. That's fine. Let's get a bit of a feel for this. Don't want to stick me Terry B in unpredictable locks that aren't that don't have me knowing what's inside them and what sort of hustles. So we'll just go with Miss Standards. One of the other reasons for changing overnight time, I was hoping there'd be less interruptions from Betty. Apparently not so. She's just walked in the door. Come on. Oh, still, that's what I had to do. Had to plug in. We're going to run out of juice real quick. All right, need to go let her out and go and get a charger and a cable. I'm back in a minute. Talk amongst yourselves. Be kind. I think she's becoming more and more disruptive to the live streams because she's getting older. I think it's because her arthritis is getting worse. She's in more pain, so she requires more medication. And I think it's also during the day, it was because, it was toileting, it was lunch, it was wanting to go outside, solar panel up. And now she's just come out. Right. Hopefully we won't run out of juice too soon. Yeah, this one's it feels like it's had a life on the back of a ute in the sun. So we've got movement on the core. We've got movement on the shackle. Let's see if we've got the triple treat. Movement on the pins. Yeah, lockpicking engineer, she does just want to be with me. But the thing is, I've got less than a metre of space around me. And she wants to sit right behind me instead of on her mat. And so when I turn around or I go do something other than at the desk, I trip over her or I tread on her, and I'm so concerned about treading on her toes because of all the injury she's had to her toes and hurting her that it stresses me out. I don't want to be stressed. I'm doing my Locksport. It's my stress-free time. She's having trouble getting up into the bed of a night time, so she doesn't sleep in the bed all night, but she likes to get up in the middle of the night, the early hours of the morning when it gets colder. Zoe the cat's dog, always under your feet. Every time you turn around, she's tripping you up. Exactly. And with me, my back and the dodgy knees, last thing I need is for anyone else making me even more unbalanced. So when I trip over her or I tread on her, I get stressed. If I jar my back, it's like, oh, that can be weeks before it recovers. So I would prefer just not to be under the feet at all. So over night time, she's wanting to come up in the bed, but she's struggling to jump up some days, and then she just sits there and cries, and then I get out and I try and lift her up, and she's like, "No, what's going on? Well, this isn't normal. This is unusual. Get off me!" And it's like, and so then I end up hurting my back trying to stretch and lift 30 odd kilos. So from a dead weight that's trying to back away from you. So I just so what we did is we got this little stool thing that she can, step up on and then step up onto the bed. But she's scared of it. So my wife is in the process of training her with food association good treats, the high value treats, that it's a good thing to be around this stool that you feel totally unsafe with, that you think, why is that even in my jump zone, So, yeah. G Key Man, the mug with the most keys, has stepped into the lock globe. G'day, mate. So this might not be a beginner's one because I should have been through it by now. Now I've got determination in my veins and a cramped hand. Gee, that didn't take long for my hand to go, not enough. You got some dog stairs from Bunnings. Bunnings sells dog stairs? Ooh, I'm going to have to check that out because I only go to Bunnings for tools and locks. I never went to any other section, so I don't know what else they got. It's not in the tool section, it's not in the lock section. I don't know it exists. Well, that just means I'm going to have to take a trip to Bunnings now. Thanks, Elijah. That'll be good. Yeah, this one is not cooperating. Maybe there's a reason it fell off the Bunnings has a pet section, lockpicking engineer? Really? I had no idea. Because according to Betty, the only pet section they've got for her is when they bring on the sausage sizzle out the front. All right, well, we might throw this one back in because it's been there for 2 years. Oh, yep, okay. Good to know. Oh, I think I'm almost in. I can feel it. Feeling close. Where's check pin 1 behind the tension wrench? Get in there. Ooh, snapped in, snapped back out. Nasty. Nasty. It just goes to show I'm just a lock focused and tool focused when I go to Bunnings. Lately I've been going to Bunnings and just being shocked at how much the lock section's been taken over by Master Lock. Yes, Bunnings would be like your Home Depot hardware store. It's a big, chain hardware store that gobbled up all the little hardware stores, put all the mamas and papas out of business, and it's a sort of evil sort of chain that will buy up a heap of land next to a little hardware store and then set up business right next door with a deliberate thing to wipe that business out. So they do have a dirty way of turning themselves into monopoly instead of fair trades. Yeah, that sounds like Home Depot. Yeah. Come on. Whoa, I think one of those pins that might be a little bit stuck. Let's give it a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Walmart. Yeah, but your Walmart sells food and stuff as well and open 24 hours and all that stuff. You're lucky to get a Bunnings open past 7:30 here, and that's in daylight savings time. Pretty well seized up. All right, on to the next one. Put that aside up there and give it some. We'll get another one to give a squirt to. There we go. The old Master Lock. Number 5. That's a good beginner lock, isn't it? Let's have a feel what's going on there. First of all, does the claw move? Yes, it does. Does the shackle move? Yes, it does. Lockpicking engineers stop buying from Bunnings as the quality has gone backwards, hasn't it though? Yeah, totally agree. That's why I need to buy certain tools and locks. Well, I was going there and getting my Lockwoods actually to send overseas to people, but no more. I've just been sending stuff from my own stash. One, the prices have gone up, and two, it's not available. That huge display that used to be on the top row that used to show all the Lockwoods and you could touch them and see how shiny and nice they were. It's no longer there. They took that display away. They don't even offer that range anymore at my Bunnings. So the cat says Walmart used to only buy American-made goods. Now they're buying Chinese crap. Yep, exactly. Elijah's got a Bunnings with a cafe in it. Yeah, ours has got a little cafe too, but you know, it's only good if you're hanging for a coffee and you're ducked in there to grab something on the way to somewhere else, and you don't have to stop somewhere else for a coffee. But I wouldn't risk actually eating at our Bunnings. I wouldn't eat anything there. But it is near the plant section. So when I get stuff from my garden, I make wicking pots. So a couple of years ago, I made up quite a few of them, and I went into Bunnings to get my pots and realised, there's a cafe here. And you don't drink the coffee. Bunnings, yeah. Okay. Come on, you number 5. Ah, okay. Oh, feels a bit seized up too. Come on. You know you want to. It's only 4 pins, and I'll pick through them. There's one at the back, just waiting. Waiting. When having trouble with a master lock, get the diamond in there. The old diamond. Cameron, I haven't had a chance to get down to Logs Bay Jetty yet. That's on the list of wanna-dos and see what locks are down there. Do a live stream from there. But it's been quite blowy here. I want to get down there on a day that's not blowing its arse off. snake break don't fit in there very well. Oh, there we go. Loosen up, loosen up. Work with me. Oh, can we hear anything? Go click, click, click. Oh, nothing. Right. Oh, let's have fun with. Oi! Try not to lose everything. G'day, Greyhound. Good to see you, mate. It's morning there. Ah, so are we actually on the same day? Is it actually Tuesday in America now? And I'm actually, by having changed the time to nighttime Tuesday here, I'm actually hitting Tuesday there, and it's not your Monday, my Tuesday, like it always has been. Is it actually Tuesday? Are we both on the same day for once? Ah, that'd be cool. It is Tuesday. All right. So this is good for the change. No, the SC1 is not going to fit in there. No. Wrong one. I wondered why it wouldn't fit. Just grabbing for anyone, not looking at what I'm doing. What are you meant to be? W4, M1, M2 dash. I'm always surprised that when I look at this, it's such a short little nose, but I guess you're only going for 4 pins. Yeah, we're still in the future. But how are we still in the future if we're all on the same day now? I guess we're still like 12 hours in the future or something. Oh, it's 4:34 a.m., Chris. Wow. You're up early or up late? Oh, you got a cat. Of course you're up at this time. I'm trying to train the new bloke that just because I'm up at 4:30 between 3 and 5 and 6 a.m., it doesn't mean that's going to be his brekkie time. So with Jezebel, it was always, yep, I'm up. You can have your brekkie. Why not? But then I realised that when someone else looked after her, like when I went away and my wife looked after her, then she still wanted brekkie at 5. Well, my wife don't get up before 8:30, so it caused some issues. So I thought with the new bloke, I'm not going to let him have brekkie until, well, on live stream days, they were getting brekkie at 6:30 a.m. But usually try and make them hold out until 7:38, regardless if I'm awake or not. But he's going good. He enjoys his belly now. He's letting me pick him up for short moments and we'll scoop him and move him into a different location on the bed. Winter is the great leveler. I knew that he'd start coming to us once it hit winter and he got cold. Mick was doing a live yesterday, Zoe the cat. Oh, cool. Yes, I do want to get hold of your dog legs. I mean, they just sound so cool. They look cool. Remember when I picked my first master lock with this, it was just so mushy and you couldn't feel the pins at all. And then I picked it and then I decoded it and then went, oh, okay, there was some really high lifts, but the pick sort of kept going down and until you got feedback, and then it was like, so you can't really tell if you've got a high lift or not in these. And one just is mush all the way down. And I kept getting it to stop at different pin heights, and it just didn't match at all once I got it picked normally. The pin heights did not match at all what the Lishy was stopping at. And that's exactly what is happening now. So, go back to the old way of picking it. Now that the Lishy's freed it up a bit, we'll see what happens. So I figure that I'll still be able to do some stuff on the workbench, even though it's Tuesday nights, once daylight savings kicks in. We'll get an extra hour of daylight, like it'll be 9 o'clock before it even starts to get dark. And so I can still do stuff out on the workbench if I have to. Come on. Methodical 1, 2. 3 ish. Ish. More like mush ish. And 4. Ooh. Come on, 4. You're a bit tight. There's no what do you call it? Security pins in these master lock number 5, is there? It should just open nicely. Did anyone else watch the Forgotten Weapons video with the OSS pocket knife lock picks from World War II? Yes, I did, Elijah. I saw that and went, aha. Oh, probably can't grip the pick is probably not good. Well, it might just be one of those sessions where I attempt to pick everything that I think should be easy to pick and end up not being able to pick anything. But you get that. Greyhound saw it. Why is that so hard to pick? Pin 4, pin 4, pin 4. Just wants to keep spinning my pick. Go to another pick. Different group. No. It's weird, weird, weird. Still not doing it. Be the lock. Focus inside the lock. Pin 1, pin 2, pin 3, pin 4 is just there. Pin 4, why don't you push up? Oh, pin 4 is solid. Solid, solid. It ain't moving. Go through it again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. These don't come with like a 5-pin hole thing with a 4-pin lock. Like pin to 4, but chambers to 5, do they? Because that just felt like everything was fine then. Come on. 1, 2, 3. Alright, one way to work out what's going on is to get a blank. Pick that hit the floor. Give me an M1 blank. Let's run this through a few times. Greyhound's working on a Medico. Nice. Yeah, what a pain. Yo-yo for pins. Indeedy, yes. I was working on a Medico Classic that Chris gave me. However, the old Medico Classic, well, I ended up progressively pinning it. Wrote down which orientation everyone had to turn, left or right, left or right. Got it to 4 pins, could pick it, no worries, consistently pick it. And then I put the 5th one in, couldn't pick it at all. It just stopped. It was like it was a different lock. So just because you progressively pin something and you got 1 pin to go and you think, I'm in, I'm almost there. It might not have the same idea as you. You're progressively pinning yours. Did I hear that Australia Post are not shipping to the US due to the tariffs? Yes, I did. Australia Post announced it officially today. We all knew it was happening because the UK did it. And so it's anything that is over $150 that's not classified as a gift has to have the tariff. However, in the USA's wisdom, they have not told anyone how to pay the tariff or who collects the tariff, or so they have come out and said that they want the tariff collected at the point of where it leaves the country instead of when it enters their country, which is everyone's going, well, hey, we're not your tax collector. Collect your own tax. So Australia Post has put everything on hold. Because previously it was anything over $800 had to pay a tariff. So those were small businesses, they could had, a lot of them have got 60% of their business goes to America. Not anymore. So all those small businesses have stopped shipping. The UK made about stopped shipping 2 weeks ago to the US because what the US wants us to do is to pay a $80 fee for the post when it gets to the United States. And people like Qantas, our airline, has said, well, we're not going to carry any mail to the US. A blanket, no mail gets carried to the US because they don't want to be slugged with the import tariff tax on that. So it's quite the kerfuffle at the moment. New Zealand Post are doing the same. Yeah. Zoe the Cat says there's talk that they're going to give the money for the tariffs to the citizens there. Someone's got a sense of humour. Yes, the way the tariffs were done when it was charged against the US, but not the other way. Easy. Yes, indeed. At those times, there was direction on what to do and how to pay it and who pays it. And at the moment, those questions aren't being answered. So they've just decided, okay, we're not shipping to the US. And Qantas thinks they're going to get slugged with it because they're the importer, technically. They've brought it across the border. So, yeah, it's all very interesting until it all gets sorted. I wonder how those countries feel now that they've copped a tariff from the US and they never actually shipped any goods to the US or done any trade with the US. They're probably going, see, now no one's doing any trade with the US. There were some deals with some countries that were willing to negotiate, so the cap. Australia tried to negotiate, but their our Prime Minister just he just didn't want to deal with it. He thought it would all get changed because your president kept changing his mind all the time. So he was probably just hoping that common sense would prevail and But yeah, there's no common sense when you're not got sense. So, yeah. Or he thought he was due to be dead by now due to his age and health. But yeah, it didn't happen either. So our Prime Minister's way of doing things is just stick your head in the sand and hope it all blows over and it becomes someone else's problem. That's how our PM deals with stuff. Oh, it's a total win. Lockpicking engineer, that's correct. We got a PM with no backbone. It's just a yes man. Pollies around the world are idiots. Yes, they don't care about people. No, they care about their jobs after politics and lining those networks up while they're in office so that when they're out of office, they've got somewhere to go that's nice and cushy and high paying. Well, that's what the Aussie pollies do. Oh, come on, Master Lock, you are just doing my head in. Get that shackle pop. What is your issue? What's your issue? Come on, talk to me. At least the pins could talk to me. Oh, you're just putting a heap. Oh, we all know what that means. Someone shoved a shitload of graphite down there at some stage. That's never a good sign, is it? So 2 set to 0. Ah, great. 4 is still binding. Yeah, appears to be set at 5. 3, you're going to do anything at all. Yes, you've dropped yourself down to 4. 2 is still at 0, and 1 is springy. Ah, that'll be right. Okay, movement on the core. That's a good sign. It's a 4. I pushed it to 5 and got movement on the core, and now it's sitting at 7. Lovely. Let's give it another whack. Okay, now we've dropped it down to a 3. Now 3 is a 4. 2 is still at 0, and 1, are you going to bind? No, we're not going to bind. No. All right, tappy, 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 tappy. Tappy, tappy, tappy. All right, movement on the core off 3. Thank you for rocking up. 1, you're going to bind? Almost. No, almost, no. Oh, okay. 1 is stopped at 3. 4 is back at 7. Yeah, I think Lockpicking Engineer, they all sort of have to line up to get the number 1 ranking these days. It's a little bit hard to tell. Okay, we've got big movement on the core, but nothing actually is. Oh. Snapped that. Okay, it was a little bit grabby at the turn of the core. So it was like, it turned a bit and then it was like, okay, and you're a bit hesitant to give it too much of a turn with a leash because you don't want to snap it. But with a regular tension wrench in it, it would have worked fine. All right, yep, that'll go. 1 down. Aha! 1 down. How's that? That one's had a life. Oh, that don't budge. All right. What do we got here? What's that say? Hampton. It's a Hampton. Yeah, great start. David Romano. Meow. Sorry, mate, I missed your live stream yesterday. I was at the Explore scoring locks. So this is a little 30mm something. Oh, Hampton is also a Brinks. Okay. Well, then this should be cooperative then. It's a little 30mm. That just spit the tension wrench right out the door. Why not? I think it might want to be bottom of the keyway. Let's turn it upside down. Scully's gone to sleep. Obviously, Scully's not gonna cope with the change of time. Hampton is the actual company name. They license Brinks from the Armoured Car Company. Ah, so Brinks is the Armoured Car Company. I wondered if it was one of the same Brinks. Oh, we got another one that doesn't feel like it's moving at all. Come on. Oh, let's just give it some of this. Oh, there was a bit of crud come out of there. Back to TAK. Wonder where my little tensioner is. Focus. The concentration. Sending my mind into the lock and going, hey, where you been? You're going to try to get 2 more hours sleep. It's 5 a.m. in LA. Okay, it's good to know what time I'm coming on. It's a little bit early in some places. A bit early. Two for two. As in 2 opened. Not tried to. It's another one of those. Oh, that one, see? Okay. It's another one of those. And a slight movement. Oh, yep. Okay, not a whole lot of shackle help there. Grace. VR4D. Grace stamped on the front. It's weird. Grace. Grace used to be. Grace Brothers used to be a department store. We also got into removaling, like furniture removaling. No, not furniture removaling. Well, I guess it's furniture removal. It was more like house removal and stuff. Wonder whatever happened to Grace Brothers. Probably gobbled up by someone. There's a lot of mush going on. Got one click, but everyone else is just... The springs feel as tired as that shackle spring felt. This one's had a hard life. Yeah, that's mush to hell. There's a lot of mush in there. Right, I've got two stuck together here. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. My spacer just fell off and I've only got two of them. Can't be losing another one. So we've got a nice old lock with the part of the handy range. And a hammy. Do a hammy. See if we can get in the hammy first to free up the lock. Hey. Sleep well. Pat the kitties, David. Oh, lovely. That's what we like to see. That's straight in. Never really tried the old Lockwoods because I'd only ever had a couple of them and I never wanted to wreck them, being a newbie at the time. Well, that one's freed up. That tension wrench don't want to sit there. Oh, yeah, it does. Oh, no, it doesn't. Yeah, it does. Can't remember what these pins are, whether there's a spoolie in these. I think these are the equivalent to the modern day ones of these are the 120, and I know they're full of spools. I'm not sure if the older ones were full of spools. Getting lots of feedback, which is nice, which is what you want in a lock, not like all the mush I've been getting. So going out to a beginner, you want to give them locks that have got as much feedback as you can get. Stuff. Crunch. Crunch like it. Good crunchy. You're designing your own pinning tray, lockpick and engineer. That sounds interesting. What are you going to make it out of? 3D? Lucky stuff? When you design a pinning tray, there's a few things to take into consideration. And one of them is, which a lot of people didn't take into consideration when they initially started designing pinning trays when I first started, was to be able to get your tweezer around the pin as you're trying to get it in out of the groove. So many people just design their pinning trays to suit the width of the pin, which was not helpful because you've got to get your tweezers around it. And so many times you got to get your pin out and you trouble to grabbing onto it. And when you did, you only grabbed hold of it such a small surface area. It was like they go pating quite easily on you. And then when they started making the pinning trays out of aluminium and brass and stuff, they just made them too shiny. You couldn't use them on camera because it was just so reflective. They'd show you the pins and you couldn't make out what they were because it was just too reflective. They look great. I'm sure they look great in person, but on camera it just didn't work. Didn't translate. Ah, come on, Lockwood. Get yourself picked. Now with Lockwood's, there's usually a high lift somewhere. So using my shortest little nubby pick is probably not the best choice. Getting lots of feedback. David's gone to bed, Zoe the cat. Sleepy time. Camera. We're printing the design from Covert Instruments to see what works. Okay, that's a good choice to start from. Camera. That's not going to happen. So that'll be this design. And it just gives you enough room. But not quite. So this one is This one was printed out at 120. By 78. The size of is 5mm. But you got to remember that they don't go straight up and down; they are curved, so you end up losing a bit. And just enough space to be able to grab it almost halfway down. You still don't get a safe enough grip on it, especially if you're not using rounded tweezers. These don't have the cutout in them. These ones do. It still can't go down far enough with the tweezers to get it into the cutout. So it's still just at the tip there. So it can be an issue. I just flick them everywhere. Right, let's grab another one. Yeah, we got ones here with a key. Oh, that's the same. Yes. Right. We'll put one in with a key. It's always good. Give them one with a key. Oh, little Vero. Yeah. It's not a beginner, even though it's a little 4-pinner. Look at the 5-pinner. 4-pinner. What? 4-pinner. Really high lips at the back. But it's a Vero. It's so cute. Might keep that for my own collection, my own little 30mm collection. It's pretty cool. Another little one here. Oh yeah, that works. It's a little 110. Needs a little bit of in and out and braid up a bit, but there's a key, so we'll throw that one in too. The old Masterlock Fortress. Let's give it a go. You're just going to have a flat bottom for the pins. That's a good idea. Is Heather in the house? What did I miss? Come hither with Heather. G'day, mate. Popping in and say goodnight, go to sleep. You're going to sleep. All right, no worries, mate. Thanks for calling in, tickling the algorithms. Appreciate it. I was still haven't recovered from yesterday. Oh, my legs are just they were like no way. Hands are struggling as well. So decided to move the live streams to a Tuesday night. That reason and other reasons. I thought I would have been better recovered, but did push the old body a bit yesterday, but it was worth it. It can't be too hard, surely. I remember trying to pick a fortress that had sort of seized up on a shed. Got it picked, but it took some picking. They don't like being seized up. I wonder if that takes an end on. Not quite. It's a different key. It is a different key. Well, who would have thunk it? It's got more of a double warding at the base. That's interesting. Take it easy, a lot picking engineer. Thanks for being here, mate. Sleep well. Wow, it's 10 to 10. Gee, time went fast. No wonder Heather's going to sleep. She probably has to work tomorrow. But we will be going out on and explore with the rest of the team on the weekend. The lads are back at work, so we won't be doing any more weekday explores with them. So we have to catch up on a weekend now. Werner had 5 months off work with his leg, and he's feeling it. His first week back, he's totally feeling it. I reckon it's pickable. I just can't pick it tonight. The back is starting to go into spasm. Well, that's not nice. I'll apply more of these little locks. Oh, that one's seized up. I reckon that one's doable. ELC. It's a reveal inside. Yeah. And I'll also be throwing in some newer locks, so not everything is going out with crud in them. Yep, that one's good. That can go in the box. The old master lock, 140. Yeah, why not? Oh, the old China 9020. A diamond. Uh-oh. Charging issues. Why? Oh, the phone's getting hot. It's a hot phone. There we go. It's open. That'll go. It's not moving. That's not moving. Yeah, it's got oil coming out of it. That one's not good. There we go with this one. Let's give it a go. You gonna go in? So you're an M1, M1/M2. Yes, you are. Oh, but that is even a tight fit with the key. Uh-huh. Shove. In you go. Come on. Ah! Alright, don't know. It's unusual. Kiwi's a bit not cooperative. Okay, that's moving. That's moving. Always wanted to be able to city rake one of these. Do I have a city rake? Is there a city rake nearby? City rake. It's a big beast. Back. That way. Up the back. In you. Yeah, it's about the range. That's still gonna go with the blinds. Let's find out. That tension wrench just went under. That's not good. Let's try a bone serum. First time using an L rate /0. I won this off Locksport. What about setting, I think? Not really doing a whole lot. Not feeling a whole lot. Yeah, come on. Rocky. Don't shake on the desk. Really. Never been into raking. Probably not the best to start now. Elijah has Numonata sent you that 120.50? No, that 112. What was it? 12.50? That American lock? Did you get that lock? Not yet. Okay. My hands aren't working and my back's gone into spasm. Ooh, might have to put some lube in that one. Right, well, I'm going to call it right here, right now. Thank you very much, everyone, for participating in tonight's new time of a live stream and getting these locks picked and sorted for the newbie. We're going through the kick cylinders and some other locks and some newer locks to check in the box and to get out to them hopefully by next live stream. Thank you, Elijah. I appreciate your company. Once again, he said he'll send it in a couple of weeks. Thank you very much, Mr. Chicky Man, for being here. And so the cat, David Romano, the lockpicking engineer. And I just lost the screen. I appreciate your company. Thank you, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your day, evening, whatever comes up for you.